Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Bogwa from Data Solutions Limited, and today is when we answer one of the most intriguing questions: is it ZUKU or Safaricom fiber? Which one do I go with? And today I'm going to give you the answer for that. So, as you all know, ZUKU and Safaricom are the main key players in the home to fiber services, and they're actually pretty good, the two of them. But again, I want to clarify. Let me first of all clarify something. This video is not sponsored by any of the companies, either ZUKU or Safaricom. None of them is sponsoring this video. This is my own opinion, and I'm actually taking this opinion as from the experience I've received from the two, because I've actually used the two services, not together, but in phases. And one of the things I also want to clarify is that no company is perfect. The two of them are not perfect, and they're actually really trying in this Kenyan market. We're going to be looking at four factors actually are going to enable you to make a decision on whom to choose between the two, either ZUKU or Safaricom. Number one, location. Location is very key. Trust me, your location actually matters. Number two, customer care. This is a very crucial thing. Everybody needs after sale services. That's very crucial. Number three, we're going to look at reliability, availability of the service and reliability of the service. And number four, the last one, we're going to look at pricing. Those are the four things that actually we're going to help you in making a judgment on whether to choose Safaricom or ZUKU. Now, some of you are really lucky to actually have the two, to be living in a residence where the two service providers are actually available, where they have come in with their own cables and everything, and they are just ready to connect you. So, number one, let's look at location. Why do I say location? Well, the reason why I'm saying location is because mainly of ZUKU. You know, ZUKU has been in the game for quite some time now. I think as early as 2008 they've been in the game, and so ZUKU, having been in the game early enough, they used some technology we call hybrid fiber. That's a mixture of fiber and a coaxial cable in some of those estates that they actually started off with. So this kind of technology is quite old, and the services for attributed or connected to this kind of technology, actually the services are quite poor. So I'm talking of the areas of, if you're living in the areas of Runda, Kilimani, Milimani, Kileleshwa, Lavington, those high-end posh places, that's where actually ZUKU started off with. Or if you have this kind of router, the router that will actually show on your screen right now, if you have this kind of router, or you have moved into a residential area with this kind of router in place, kindly, I beg you, leave ZUKU alone. Do not subscribe to ZUKU. I can tell you for sure that router is attributed to ZUKU, and the services that come with that kind of that come in those areas with that kind of router, I mean, it will be just a waste of resources, and you'll just keep on fighting with the support team for issues here and there. But the cool thing about with the location is that ZUKU have actually done away with that kind of technology where they're using the full fiber. So if you're living in a place where ZUKU has started implementing or just recently implemented, you're safe. For Safaricom, I won't say much about the location for Safaricom, because Safaricom, when they came into this industry, or when they started this kind of service, they actually did full fiber. They did not do hybrid fiber. They did not pull the shortcuts. They just did full fiber. So again, with Safaricom, you're safe. With ZUKU, again, ZUKU, check on your location. Check on your location. All right. Number two is customer care, and this is very, very, very critical. We all know we need support after sale. So we're going to look at which company actually takes number one when it comes to customer care. So first of all, let's look at Safaricom, the almighty Safaricom. Hail the king Safaricom. He wants to take over over everything. But let's take a look at the Safaricom. So by default, we all know when you have an issue, we dial 100, and we try and speak to someone, or we get assisted. But these days it's become very, very tricky reaching to talking to a customer care agent, because once you dial 100, you're given a whole list of prompts. Dial this for this support, dial this. So by the time you're reaching to someone to talk to, it takes a lot of time, and it's actually quite discouraging. As for ZUKU, hey Jesus, as for ZUKU, no one will answer your calls. Point blank, no one will answer your calls. And if anyone answers your calls, right, you must be connected. You must be connected. You're a member of the deep state. But ZUKU will actually take your calls 1 out of 50 times. That's when ZUKU will take your calls. So if it's ZUKU against Safaricom when it comes to calling for support, Safaricom wins. Now, but these days, the good thing about technology, there's another way we can reach the customer care people, and that's through Twitter. Okay, so we got Safaricom Care on Twitter, and then we got ZUKU Care, ZUKU We Care. I think that's their handle on Twitter. So the good thing about these two is that they're actually at par when it comes to responding to issue tweets. They're actually at par, but you'll actually take time on Safaricom because now Safaricom is offering more services than ZUKU because of the SIM cards. My phones are not going through M-Pesa and all that, so you might experience some bit of lag. So you might find, if I tweet right now, I have an issue with ZUKU, I might get a response from ZUKU in the next 10 minutes. But for Safaricom, I may get a response in the next 30 minutes. Okay? So for this, when it comes to Twitter and them responding to your tweets, ZUKU takes the lead. All right? Number 3, another thing and we need to consider, once your issue has been received by the support team, how long now does it actually take for your issue to be resolved? All right, how long does it take? One thing I need to point out is that when it comes to physical support, let's say for example your cable has broken, your router is not functioning, you need someone to actually come and look at your router physically. One thing I need to point out is that the two companies have actually subcontracted this kind of work to other telecommunications company. For ZUKU, I think they have given to GeoNet. For Safaricom, I left it at Econet or someone else, but I don't remember exactly who. But they have actually subcontracted other people to come and actually work on the issues on the ground. So you don't actually get a ZUKU branded technician. You actually get another tech, but from subcontracted by ZUKU. So when it comes to the actual resolution of issues, again, here is something that I've experienced. Again, this is my own opinion and something that I've experienced between the two. And believe me not, it hurts me to say this, but it doesn't hurt me. It is the truth, the bitter truth. When it comes to issue resolutions on the ground, having someone physically come and checking on your issue, believe me not, ZUKU wins. Digest that. Just digest that. As much as we bash ZUKU online, actually, technically, ZUKU wins on this. Reason why? Because ZUKU have done this thing whereby it's like they have placed support agents in major areas, in all areas that they are there. They have actually placed, let's say, 2 people and in a small Probox van. Probox is a van and a small Probox car, right? They have placed someone in those areas such that when you call or when you tweet, okay, not calling, when you tweet, please don't call, just tweet. Again, remember, please, for ZUKU, please don't call, just tweet. When you tweet and your issue is received by the support agent, push the issue to the guys on the ground. And if, according to now, by default, again, we have to factor in how many issues they have in a day, but by default, the guys, believe me or not, I've actually had my issue resolved within 10 minutes of tweeting ZUKU. Yes, I was also shocked as you are. Someone actually called me and asked me, Kevin, I have received this ticket from the ZUKU support, and we would like to come over and see. I asked them, okay, when are you going to come over? They told me we are actually 5 minutes from your house. I was so surprised. Just like you are surprised right now, I was so surprised. I couldn't imagine that was Zoku. I was so surprised. Again, I had an issue. I had another issue at another time, and they solved again in 10 minutes. They were here, and my issue was actually sorted out. Now to Safaricom. Once your issue has been received, again it will be pushed to the support guys on the ground. But again, the issues would take an hour or two before they actually come and sort you out. And they will actually call you in advance and ask you when will you be available. The PR, what we call keeping the customer busy as you work on other things before you actually reach on the ground. But again, the good thing that they will not take more than 24 hours before your issue is resolved. For the two companies, all right, it should not take more than 24 hours before your issue is actually resolved. All right. So, but then again, what I will say when it comes to customer care, right? When it comes to customer care, the bottom line, according to my judgment, according to my experience, when it comes to customer care, ZUKU wins. Bitter truth. Bitter truth. ZUKU wins. Right. So we have tackled location, customer care, that is support. So the third thing I'm going to tackle now is pricing. I know I had talked about availability before, and reliability as the third factor, but at this point I feel like pricing is actually a key factor in your decision making. By default, ZUKU is cheaper. Yes, ZUKU is just cheaper. If you Google around, you'll actually see their pricing is actually cheaper. Because right now, I think they have they're doing the 10 Mbps package at $27.99, and and Safaricom is actually doing an 8 Mbps package at $29.99. So there's a huge difference over there of around 2 Mbps. So ZUKU is cheaper by default. And also, let's look at the installation fees. Initially, when Safaricom came into the market, they actually said they actually did free installations. So they would just come in with the router and they do the installations. Also, ZUKU, they came about with free installations, but now Safaricom are actually charging an installation fee of 3,000 bob for every new connection. And there's another catch. If you move houses and you do not carry the router that they placed in your house, and you go to another place and you need another new connection, you will actually pay 6,500. I feel that is kind of a punishment, because people move houses oftenly, and sometimes you just forget. But why pay 6,500 for a new router? I mean, that's just absurd. So by default, ZUKU is way cheaper than Safaricom, and I don't think they have issues with new connections. They'll just come in and place you and give you another router, and again, here ZUKU wins. All right. So again, let me clarify. I have not been paid by ZUKU or Safaricom to do this review. I have not been paid. Kenyans, please, my fellow viewers, please. And you have not, if you're new to the channel and you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Help me grow, and so I can be able to bring you more content like this in the near future. All right. So now the fourth point: reliability or availability. How reliable are these services at the end of the day? We have looked at the location, we have looked at the customer care, we have looked at the pricing. So at the end of the day, are these services reliable? Are the two ISPs reliable? ISPs, internet service provider, are they reliable? Are their services reliable? One thing to note, that when everything is held constant, there is no fiber cut, there is no issues with payment, and everything is held constant, both services are reliable. Both providers are actually reliable. All right. If you don't experience anything physical with your cabling, if they do not experience anything physical when it comes to the infrastructure, because again, there's a lot of construction going on here everywhere that you are, as you can see, on the roadside, on everywhere. So having a fiber cut is actually more likely to affect you than actual service from them. You get what I mean? As in, an actual fiber cut from a construction somewhere is likely to affect you much more than a normal routine maintenance from the ISP themselves. Bottom line, the services are quite reliable. The two services are really quite reliable. All factors held constant, they are quite reliable. I hope this review will actually help you in your decision making, and it will actually give you'll have a better understanding of what the two provide and how what to choose, what to take, and what to leave. And I've given you the 4 factors that are actually really important when you're making a decision. So thank you again, guys, for watching. Kindly subscribe. Kindly subscribe. I need to grow my followers. I need to be able, give me the motivation to give you more content like this, valuable content from our local scene, and I'll appreciate your help. Thank you so much, and bye bye till next time. Thank you. So now, while going through this video, while editing and everything else, I just realized I have not given you an answer. After all the explanation that I've given you, after listening to me all that long, I realized I did not give you an answer. So here's my answer. As per now, given all factors constant, if you're not living in those locations that I mentioned earlier, and you're living in an area where ZUKU has actually implemented full fiber, right? My go-to choice as per now, ZUKU. Yes, after all that, I will go for ZUKU, right? So that's my answer. After all I've given you, kindly let me know your choices below. If you have anything else to add for me, just kindly leave a comment below and we shall interact more. Kindly don't forget to subscribe. Tafadhali nakuomba, don't forget to subscribe. It will give me much more motivation to continue posting these videos and making them. Thank you so much, and tujenge taifa. Bye bye till next time.